Hi, I'm Michelle from the Women's Center of Greater Danbury, and we work with people of all gender identities to help them maintain healthy and safe relationships. Today, I want to talk to you about hanging out on social media, and I know that you know a lot more about technology than I do, and you've probably heard this all before. But now more than ever, I know you're spending a lot of time online during this pandemic. Maybe it's just a great escape from what's happening at home. I bet it's hard. Maybe your parents are arguing because there's so much stress. They're trying to work from home. They're trying to watch over making sure you're getting your schoolwork done. Lots of reasons why social media is so important to you right now, including keeping connected with your friends. And that's a great way to use social media. But there are a lot of bad guys out there. And what I want to talk about today is kind of a tough subject, but it's called human trafficking. And if you will bear with me, I'm going to read you the definition of human trafficking, just so you know what it is that I'm talking about here. Human trafficking involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain some kind of labor or commercial sex act. Minors, and that means anyone under 18, who is induced to engage in any type of commercial sex act are automatically viewed as victims of human trafficking, regardless of proof of force, fraud, or coercion. So force will mean physical violence, threats of violence, or sexual violence. Fraud is false promises of a job or an offer. Coercion is pretending to form a relationship with someone and then manipulating them into doing something they don't want to do. And a commercial sex act means sexting, like sending photos of yourself that are nude, partially nude, or sexually explicit, pornography, stripping, sexual acts, etc. So you know what I'm talking about, right? It's this illegal activity. And these predators are out there counting on you being online and being available to them so that they can get into your personal life. So what I want to talk about is being safe in setting up your accounts on any of the applications or games that you might be using. Don't count on the default settings, but make sure you go in there and make sure you don't let them have access to any of your personal information. I would recommend that you not friend somebody unless you actually know them in real life, just to keep yourself a bit safer. You also want to keep in mind that they might pretend to be your age, or they might say things to you in a chat that make you think they care about you. So if you're playing a game online and someone says, hey, let's talk over here in this private chat, make sure that they're keeping that conversation about the game. If they start asking you for your personal information, like your address or how old you are, what school you go to, don't answer these questions. Get out of that chat real quick, okay? If for any reason you're feeling unsafe, maybe you've opened yourself up already. Maybe you've made a choice to send a picture or write something personal to somebody who might be a stranger, might not have your best interests in mind. Please just tell a trusted grown-up. The last thing that we want to do is have you get in trouble. The last thing we want to do is judge you for any choices that you might have made. We want to keep you safe. And so we want you to go to a trusted grown-up and do it at the beginning of the problem. Don't wait until you're deep in something and the problem gets worse, okay? What we want you to do is go to a trusted grown-up or call the Women's Center right away, and we can help you get out of this bad situation. What we want is for you to have fun online and visit with your friends online and have fun playing games. What we don't want is for someone to have access to you, to pretend to be a friend, to pretend they care about you, and then you get yourself in trouble. And You know what I mean. So without getting too scary on you, I'll just say never agree to meet with someone in person, never give out your phone number, your address, or anything identifying you so that this person knows how and where to find you. And lastly, as I mentioned, no judgment. We all make mistakes. It happens. We all think that we're making a good choice. We all want to connect with people online. Sometimes we make a mistake. So just know that a trusted grown-up or someone from the Women's Center will never judge you and will only want to help you get out of a bad situation. So I have a few safety tips. I just want to read them to you so I don't forget any of them, okay? Um, so we did talk about the default privacy settings on your apps and games, so make sure that you have them all kind of tied up and nobody can have access to your information. And never give out any kind of bank account numbers or things like that as well, all right? Be real safe about that. Have an exit plan, and what we mean by that is make sure you know how to get out of a game or get away from somebody, be able to block them, know how to do those things in whatever application you're in. Um, Being a bit paranoid is actually a good idea. If you don't think that they're going to be a real friend or a true friend or have your best interests at heart, don't friend them. Don't allow them to have access to you. And if they ask for a picture or something inappropriate, just think, would you want that picture out in public? Would you want your mom and dad to see it? If the answer is no, that's probably not a good idea to send that picture along. You want to stay in safe places online. Sometimes you click here, you click there, and you find yourself where you don't want to be. So just make sure that you stay in the application, you stay in the game that you intended to play. And lastly, as I mentioned, please tell someone. Don't let the problem get worse. You're in over your head, it's okay. Grown-ups can make things happen and we can help you get out of it, all right? So let me give you the numbers for the Women's Center. We have a couple of hotlines. We have counselors that work them 24/7. So these numbers are 203-731-5204 and 5206. So real easy numbers to remember. They're available to you anytime you need to talk about what's going on. We want you to have fun during this pandemic. We want you to reach out to your friends, enjoy social media, and be safe. Be well. We care about you. And if you have any questions, call those numbers I gave you. Take care.